How is everyone doing this morning? No, that's not good enough. Come on. How is everyone doing this morning? So Echelon is like my little baby, right? It's been 5 years since I've had it. And every year it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I don't want to take too much time away because we have a very power-packed schedule. So I'll kind of run through this very quickly. There are a lot of trends that we have seen, right? That we have observed around the region. And Echelon has grown with those trends. And one of the biggest trends that we have observed, right, is the maturity of the entrepreneurs. You know, from them growing literally from boys to men. In the early days when we were doing Echelon, a lot of the companies were started by students, mainly propelled by government funding. But if you look at it today, a lot of the entrepreneurs are seasoned people. Most of them have even sold companies before, raised money before. And it's very evident in the kind of quality of companies that we showcase at our startup marketplace. So I really encourage you guys to check that out because the companies we showcase today, very different from the ones that we used to showcase 5 years before, are companies with real traction, revenue numbers, in some cases they even have seed funding and a really awesome team. The other major trend that a lot of people talk about is funding. You know, everyone keeps saying Southeast Asia doesn't have funding or there's not enough, good money around. I think we've completely proven that wrong just purely by the number of investors we bring in every year. Every year we see the quality of investors coming in getting better. We see the number of investors coming in growing significantly. So this year alone, right, we have over 300 investors coming in. And here's the best part. Most of them don't even form part of the early stage funding section. A lot of them come from corporate venture funds. We've started to see investors from outside of Southeast Asia take a significant interest in Echelon, in Southeast Asia companies. And we've also started to see companies like PE firms, global corporate venture funds that don't normally invest in tech or don't normally invest in Southeast Asia start to take notice. Information is power, and for the longest time, the biggest challenge that investors had always had was how can they get in-depth information for companies. So one of the most painful things that we do every year is to put together the investor pack, And it's a two-way thing for us in the startups, right? The startups actually trust us with intimate data about their companies. And when I say intimate data, I'm talking about everything from the money they've raised to the user metrics data. Some companies even share with us page views, MAUs, DAUs, the number of downloads. So these are not the kind of stuff that you would tell a media company like E27, but they share it with us because they trust us that we will put this information in the right hands. And from past records, right, we have actually seen a good number of startups getting funding based on the information that investors actually saw in these investor packs. So throughout the years of Echelon, we've realized that there is a better way to showcase these companies to investors, and we've done a phenomenal job just purely on the investor pack alone. One of the biggest feedback from last year's Echelon was that, damn it, the event is too big and I cannot meet everyone or I don't know who to talk to, right? It's an event problem, right? Where the bigger you grow, the harder it gets for you to really get value out of it. So this year, we launched Echelon Connect. For those of you that actually downloaded the app before and have started connecting with people attending the events, good for you. For those of you who have not, we will share with you how to access it, and each of you will be given access to the system. You can start connecting with people right now, as well as even after the event. So I've heard from a lot of people in the last couple of weeks on how they've been connecting with people that they typically wouldn't meet at a regular event, and they've got like 50 meetings scheduled all the way today. So we see Echelon as being the focal point and the center of the entire startup ecosystem in this region. Echelon has grown with the ecosystem. It's because of the existence of the ecosystem, that's why Echelon has been able to come to where it is today. And not to mention the amazing sponsors that we have and the fact that a lot of you actually paid for your passes here rather than ask me for free passes. I really appreciate that. So we want to continue to grow, and the important thing for us is how do we better connect the region? And one of the most important things we've done through that is via our satellite programs. So we ran 11 satellite city events this year. Trust me, traveling for 1.5 months across 11 countries in this region is no easy feat. But what that allowed us to do is to get in-depth into every country, work with the local investors and local partners, get the best companies from all these different markets and get them here so that we can present them to you. So I hope you guys have a good time at Echelon. Keep supporting us. We really appreciate it. But more importantly, share with us how we can make next year's event even better. Thank you very much, everyone.